So walk me through what happened on February 1st. You were out with a group cycling.
Yes.
And it was pretty much worst case scenario.
We were, so we have an event coming up on March the 8th. It's an all-women's ride. It's called the Chingona event. It's a Chingona ride, it's all women. So our group is 210 cycle riders, and we started at 8 o'clock that morning from Brack High School, headed towards Elmendorf. And at 9:51, we just see this dog coming at us. And the dog went at the group in front of me, which is part of our group too. So one of my guys got his water bottle, squirted him, and he went back to his owner. His owner was right across the street from the side of the street that we were riding in. And so he had another dog. I remember him having a white sheepdog. So he put him down. He got the other one by the collar, the vicious one from the collar. So I said, okay, now I can get back on my bike. So I clipped in, and when I clipped in, it was too late. He had me. He just, I just looked at the owner and go, why did you let him go? You know, I go, and then he just it happened so fast that he just clamped onto my calf and part of the back of my knee. So I actually have 4 different bites, and there's 8 puncture holes. And I don't know, I must have gone into some kind of shock or something, because I don't remember how he got off of me. I know that I think all of us went into shock because the group freaked out when I go, he bit me, he's biting me, he's biting. And then I think everybody just froze. That's all I remember. And then once the dog got off of me, I just remember telling him, why did you let him go? And one of my other female friends was telling him off, literally telling him off. I'm tired of your dog, because apparently this dog has chased a lot of cyclists. And then one of my other riders got a beautiful video, I shouldn't say beautiful, but he had a body cam on, and it's perfect how he filmed it going after him, but he was able to rush and pass him. So a lot of cyclists, he's chased a lot of cyclists, but I'm the first one he gets a hold of.
So for people who don't know cycling, what does it mean to be clipped into your bike? How did that make things a little bit more complicated?
So it's special shoes that have a screw, and it literally you're clipped in screwed on to your pedal. So in order to unclip, you have to really put some force in there. So I couldn't, because the dog was already latched onto my
He really had you trapped in there.
Yes, and it could have been worse. I could have fell, and I think had I have fallen, he would have done some serious damage, I was actually giving love to the dog, good boy, good, trying to calm him down. And I remember my female friend was like, he's not a good boy, why are you calling him a good boy? She was so upset, but there was no stopping him. He was already, and I know if I panicked, if I would have tried to take my leg out of his mouth, I think he would have gotten a chunk of me. So his teeth were in my skin. So the rest of the guys that were with me, one of them called EMS, and the other one called the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, because it's right outside the San Antonio city limits. So.
And you mentioned that there are cyclists that have had experiences with this dog particularly. How big of a threat are loose dogs to cyclists when you're going around San Antonio and Bexar County?
I think in my experience, and I've been cycling for 5 years this year now, I think the dogs chase us more in the rural areas than inside the city limits. That's just been our experience, or my experience, should I say. But in the rural areas, and I can't for the life of me, like I said, we should all report these dogs, but when we're cycling, as long as they don't get us, we just keep going. And I guess that's wrong of us. Now I see it's wrong, because when I made the report, they said there was no report of this dog. So it kind of hurt my case, because they said, we have no report of this dog attacking anybody or chasing anybody. So all we're going to do is put him in quarantine for 11 days, which today's the 11th day. So it happens more, I think, in the rural areas, because I tell you, there's another area where there's 2 dogs that are inside a gate, but they go under the gate and they've chased us too. And them are kind of vicious too. Mm-hmm. But I don't know the address to that one.
That's okay.
So,
what would your message be to the other cycling groups in San Antonio or people who are riding by themselves about the importance of reporting dogs like that?
I think we all need to stop, if we can and we're safe, to make a report of all them dogs, because you don't think about it unless it happens to you. And I'm a perfect example. We've been chased before, but just was never caught. And this time, and I was so upset that I didn't. But I said, no, this dog bit me. The first thing I thought of, it could have been somebody else. It could have been a child. It could have been a mom with an infant. It could have been children getting off a school bus. All kinds of stuff ran through my mind. It could have been a cyclist by herself. I think what upset me, I think the message more is, if you're going to have a dog, you need to be able to restrain it or have control of it, because obviously he had no control. And when I approached him, he said, go ahead, call whoever you're going to call. They're not going to do anything. They've reported, what did he say? He goes, I've tried to get it put down before. They don't do anything to him. And I just looked at him like, well, then you should have him in a safer spot, like inside a fence, a gate, somewhere where he can't get out, But he just said, do whatever you want. Like he was kind of rude, and I don't think anyone's ever approached him or told him anything, because as I posted it on Facebook, more people said, oh yeah, he just stands there. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know this. So he's an irresponsible dog owner.
The county has told me that when quarantine ends, it's going to be the animal facility that makes a decision about what happens to the dog, whether it's put down. But it is on the table at this time that the dog could be transferred to one of their approved adoption agencies. Do you think that's a dog that should go up for adoption?
No, and just so you know, I'm an animal lover, so it hurts me to have a dog put down. But I would hate for this dog to attack or kill somebody, and it's happened. I mean, I think when this dog bit me, I thought of the elderly couple that got killed in the South Side. I never forget that man, and that I remember the police on top of the cars and everything, and I just want it to be safe for us cyclists, and I want dog owners to know that they can't if they're going to get a dog and make it mean, they're going to be held accountable somehow. This guy just didn't care, and I what I do remember is when the dog was biting me, he was just standing there, and I'm like, why isn't he getting his dog off of me? Why isn't he calling him? Why isn't he trying to come across the street and get him? He just stood there, but I think he may have gone into a little shock too with everything. It just happened so quick, so fast, But cyclists definitely, I have mace, but I don't carry it because I don't want to hurt the dogs. And now it's like, now I'm second thinking about that. Like, no, I think I need to carry it. Some people carry firearms, and I was like, no, I wouldn't want to go to that extreme. I'm just like, the water bottle helped with my friend in front of me, but I couldn't get to I couldn't get to my water bottle. I think I froze. Once he got me, I think I just froze. I couldn't move. So it was very terrifying, very scary.
I think that's all I've got for you. Is there anything else that you want to add?
I just want everybody to be careful. I know I didn't know what you said the owner has surrendered, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I think what makes me happy in a way is that now we can, because that's part of the route for that event that's coming up on March the 8th.
Right.
So at least we have one dog less to worry about, and I think the organizer from the Chingona ride will be happy to know that too. So we didn't know that until you told me. So thank you for letting me know.
Of course, I'll keep you updated if I hear anything else too about a decision.
Okay.
Because that was one of the questions that I had was, is this dog really going to be put up for adoption? Because it might not. They get to make that call, but that's something that we're going to keep following.
Well, I hope they see the videos of the young man that was with our cycling group, and the young lady, because there was also a lady. I don't know if you saw that. And he's clearly a vicious dog. It'd be different if he was timid or something, but he's vicious, and he's going to attack anyone I think that he doesn't recognize, or I don't know if he was protecting his home. I mean, weren't in his home, we were in the street, but I feel he will attack again. I really do.